What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. We actually got a Chick Smooth video. Apparently, Big Sean wants to smoke with Kendrick Lamar. I don't know why. I mean, the mother of his child was heavily connected with TD, so I don't know. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Let's go ahead and get into this, shall we?
I know Chigs is in here recording this.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Off the heels of the rap war of 2024, we revisit what could have been as Charlemagne sits down in a new interview with Big Sean as he gives his take on the rap war, his place in music, and much more. What's up, y'all? It's your man Talkless Road reporting for the Chick Smooth channel. We gotta talk about this. As Big Sean prepares to drop new music, he sat down with Charlemagne on his YouTube channel, not at the Breakfast Club. Charlemagne will ask Big Sean how he felt directly about Kendrick Lamar's leaked verse on a song called Elements, in which he takes direct shot at Big Sean.
When I first heard that, I definitely had a whole thing prepared. So let's back this up. So I did a song called No More Interviews, where I'm rapping about people rapping fast and blah, blah, blah. And people like, oh, you talking about Kendrick? I'm like, well, I'm not talking about anyone specifically. I'm just talking my shit. At the time, there was a lot of motherfuckers rapping.
Yo. I thought Drake was the king of subliminals. Big Sean is actually like the king of subliminals. Like, here's the thing. Big Sean is a dope rapper. Don't get me wrong. But just because you're a dope rapper does not mean that you're going to be able to go at someone who is a higher tier than you. You know, and my thing is like, why now? You had all of this time, you know, for it to make sense. Now it literally doesn't make sense, you know, and it's just like, it would be different if maybe Big Sean versus Drake. I think they're more, you know, as far as lyrical capacity and things like that, I feel like they're, you know, more on a level than Drake versus Kendrick or Big Sean versus Kendrick. These are like, to me, I'm just all like, why do you even think that you have a chance? Like, it's okay to be like, yo, that nigga's nice. I know with rap, it's just all like, you want to be like, well, I'm the best, I'm the best. With this, I don't know, man. Like,
no one thought Eminem or I remember Logic was hot at the MGK, you know, all these other rappers that rap fast. And I'm like, this nigga Kendrick don't even rap fast all the time. Like, it's other people who be rapping fast all the time.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But I definitely was like not running from or ducking no type smoke at all. Like,
Charlemagne will go on to quote one line in that verse, but it wasn't just one line. Kendrick named him specifically, saying, quote, Big Sean sneak dissing, I'll let it slide. I think his false confidence got him inspired. I can't make them respect you, baby. That's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not who you rhyme, boy. Cute ass raps get your puberty up and make you a classic album before you come at us. Drake and Meek Mill.
See what I mean? Like, yo, Big... Again, the Big Sean is dope, but yo, you're not like, that's the thing. There's this confidence thing where it's just all like, it's cool to feel that way, you know, and that's dope. But when it comes to the weight is different. Kendrick is in a different lyrical weight stats that lyrical weight, whatchamacallit, you know, like, so weight class. So it's, again, it's not even that Big Sean is not dope. Kendrick is in a different weight class. It's not to glaze him. It's not anything. It's literally putting body of work, lyricism, everything like that. It's not even a, It's not even close.
beef might got you gassed up, but I'm a whole other beast. I'll really f you up. So that wasn't just general bars, it was specific. He said Big Sean sneak dissing.
Yeah.
So while not knowing if there was actual smoke with Kendrick, Kendrick's song came out with no shots at Big Sean, so he didn't feel like he had to respond to anything because they spoke in text messages and then the song came out and didn't have his name in it. So there's no problem. He would run into Dave Free and TDE Punch, who both assured him there was nothing going on until the leaked verse came out. Then it was just like, what happened? Why is there something now? And then the internet asked, why isn't Big Sean responding? And Big Sean would say, we already addressed this on text. There's no need to respond. But here's what he had to say.
Right? So I hit up Top Dog first. I'm like, yo, who he talking about? He's just talking to me, he's just throwing a bone out there. I'm thinking we like straight, you know what I'm saying? So then, no, it wasn't about you, All right, cool. So the little shit I had, I just was like, let me get out of my head, because I'm thinking like it might be something.
So you had a song or a verse?
I had just some ideas, you know what I'm saying? Just to be real with you, like I had some ideas, mapped out. And I sit on the plane next to Punch, random as hell.
Wow.
We're headed to J. Cole's festival, and he's like, you ever talk to Kendrick? And I'm like, no, I never. I know it ain't there, but no, we never really spoke. Then around that time, like that day, or maybe the day before that, or the week or day within that same time period, that leaked shit happened. It was a leaked verse, and it said what you said.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all motherfuckers said it wasn't shit and it was something. So you got me looking crazy.
But maybe he prepared something just like the same way you was thinking. He was like, let me get my nukes just in case too.
Right, but the thing is that song came out and he changed that bar, right? So that wasn't on the song anymore. It was a leaked verse. So I had to keep that in mind because I was pissed when I heard it. So then I'm like, okay, he changed that on his own. So he probably came to the conclusion that it was nothing. So then me and him talk. He apologized in a sense for going that far, and for that shit coming out, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you that because in a sense, he apologized, right?
Yeah.
So if Kendrick apologized for that same leak that I heard prematurely, right, that he didn't use, it's like, then it leaks fully later, right, and people hear it, and we already discussed it. And he said, appreciate the shout out on the Nipsey song. I already addressed it on the song with Nip. Lack of communication and wrong information for people fueled by the ego is like mixing flames with diesel.
Kendrick apologized before it got to a rap war, but I mean, if he didn't, and if that war would have involved Big Sean, how would he have reacted? He gives us that thought.
Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Yeah, these are not singles, these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase, all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out, because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the.
Aren't you glad that you and Kendrick never really got into it, though? Because that could have been you, Sean.
What could have been me?
He did Drake pretty dirty.
He did.
Yeah, that could have been. Would you have been ready for all of that?
I guess we'll never know.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yes, though, of course. Of course,
No.
I would have been ready for it.
I guess we'll never know.
No.
But he said, yeah, I would have been ready.
No.
Do you think Big Sean would have been ready? It probably wouldn't have been as impactful as Drake versus Kendrick, but the bars would have been amazing. The songs would have been great. Would you have liked to see Big Sean and Kendrick go back and forth at the same time when Drake was going at Meek Mill? But what do you think about the situation? Do you think Big Sean would have been able to combat effectively against Kendrick Lamar in the rap battle? Let me know in the comment section.
Shout out to Chick Smooth. My personal opinion, no. Just those bars alone from Kendrick, and even Big Sean talking about as far as the lines he was saying with the Nipsey track, they're not on the same echelon. They're just not. You can be ready for the smoke, like you can give it up the Big Sean as far as for, like, hey, if you want to smoke, I'm here, but it wouldn't have ended well. Like, Charlamagne was like, Charlamagne was right on that point. It wouldn't have ended well. Like, it really wouldn't have. Anything you thought you was coming back from, Big Sean, it was not. It's not happening. And it's just all like, just do your music. It almost felt like, I could be reaching, but it almost felt like him even mentioning that Kendrick Lamar apologized almost seemed like some shade, because everybody was giving J. Cole, some issues as far as for apologizing. So I feel like there might be something there to try to bring Kendrick down for apologizing. But honestly, that's just some man shit, and it's the same thing as far as with J. Cole. Hey, say what you want, hip hop is this, this, and this. Kendrick, I know for a fact, is not afraid to go lyrically with Big Sean. Again, Big Sean is dope, but they are on different lyrical weight classes. Like it's bad. It's so funny to me though. And it's something I noticed with Big Sean. Like it's almost, I would say, as far as if we were to compare egos and different things like that, it is similar. It's almost like the passive version of Wale's ego. Because this nigga Wale was on another level when it came to his ego. When it came to a lot of stuff. And it's just all like I'm seeing, everybody want to poke out their chest. Everyone want to try to, yeah, I would say poke out their chest, try to be the best. Hey, I'm a rapper, all right? So certain things just come at me. But yeah, people are trying to poke out their chests, and it's just like, what's going on? And you see, as far as the age that these artists are, Big Sean, Drake, Kendrick, they're all creeping up on 40. And so, we have examples of amazing, legendary artists that still are making music well beyond their 50s, i.e., Nas, for example. But when you think about, out of all the artists that you would want to hear a 50-year-old version of, Big Sean, Kendrick, or Drake, personally, it would be a Kendrick, And I think that where Kendrick has his art to fall back on, someone like a Drake or Big Sean have, their ego is something to where they just have to, like, I gotta be the best. I gotta, do X, Y, and Z, which is unfortunate. We've seen what's happened as far as with, Drake. I would say at least Big Sean, I would say, has a little bit more sense to an extent, but it just seems like there's this trying to show like I'm that man, I'm that man. For what? You got your family, just make dope music. Why does there have to be this beef? Or even the want of it. You know what I mean? It's just very, very, to me, it's just very, very goofy. But what do y'all think? Maybe I'm tripping. Do y'all think Big Sean actually has a chance against Kendrick Lamar? Let me know in the comments, y'all. But it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure to like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all. Peace.